Hey, what's up you guys? It's Bloody Jacob here. Feeling a little bit better today. As you guys knew in my Walking Dead video, if you watched that from this week, I was a bit under the weather. I'm feeling a little bit better now. My sore throat's pretty much gone. The only thing I'm dealing with now is still a bit of a stuffy nose, and it's still running here and there, but I should be able to get over it completely within a couple days, hopefully. So I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys a video. I know I haven't talked about Black Sails in a fairly long time. I know I sort of stopped reviewing it weekly, and that's just because yes, I'm only 18 years old, but I'm crunched on time. I mean, I have school, I have a bit of a personal life, I do have a girlfriend, and then there's other things I like to do that I enjoy outside of making videos too. So I apologize if some of you actually enjoyed my Black Sails videos, and I may review the Season 2 finale from this Saturday. I may put that up by Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening or something, I'm not sure. I'm not guaranteeing another Black Sails review, but it could very well be possible because I'm expecting some fairly big things from the Season 2 finale here, and I am caught up on the show, so that's all good. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about some quick predictions going into the Season 2 finale, and the fact that Ray Stevenson has been cast as Blackbeard in Season 3 coming up next year. And Blackbeard, if you guys don't know, is one of the most well-known pirate names of all time, really. And I don't know exactly what happened to him throughout, in history or in the stories, but I think he was eventually killed somehow. I'm not sure though, but of course they were all killed somehow, but what I'm saying is he didn't really get a peaceful ending as far as I know. But nonetheless, Blackbeard is one of the most notorious, most ruthless and feared names in pirate anything, really. And we got a little bit of a tease of Blackbeard back in Season 1, if you guys remember, when John Silver first got on Nassau, the island. There's someone who wanted to meet with him that said he or she was Blackbeard, and of course it just turned out to be a bunch of prostitutes that had sex with him. But now this is the real Joe Blackbeard here that Ray Stevenson was cast as, and for Black Sails to bring in that character, some big things are definitely going to be happening. I'm already automatically curious to see how characters like Flint or James McGraw, whatever you want to call him. Curious to see how Flint would react and how he would deal with him, how they go back and forth. I'm curious to see how Vane would try to deal with him and stuff like that, because it seems like Blackbeard could be another very physically capable character. So I'm also expecting some pretty brutal fights, maybe between him and Flint and him and Vane. We'll see. Maybe Blackbeard will actually kill Vane, who knows, but definitely with them bringing in a character like that, it's definitely shows some big things to come. I just hope it's not like a case of Ned Lowe from earlier this season. I like Ned Lowe. He was a good psychotic, antagonist for the season. I actually thought he should have lasted for the rest of Season 2 at the very least. Although the fight between him and Vane was really well done. But, I do wish he was stuck around a little bit longer. So I'm kind of hoping they don't change the story for Blackbeard again and have him die early, or too quickly anyway. I'm hoping he's at least a season villain, if not longer, because they can do a lot with his character as well. And I love the casting for with Ray Stevenson in the role. I do know the actor a little bit. Of course, I've seen him in Punisher Warzone, although I prefer Tom Jane's Punisher by far, which I could get into in another totally different video. But he was good as the hardened, stoic badass as well. But of course, I do prefer Tom Jane. But we can talk about that another time. And I did, of course, know him as Volstagg in the Thor movies, one of Thor's 3 friends. Along with I forget the blonde guy's name, but along with Lady Sif and stuff like that. But I also know him from Dexter. He was actually in Season 7 of Dexter. He played Isaac Serco. and he just was great in that role. That's probably my favorite role of his I've seen so far. I haven't seen him in many other movies, although I remember him appearing in the other guys as well. But as far as the serious roles I've seen him in, I really liked how he portrayed Isaac, and he was a good villain, sort of anti-hero type of character by the end of that season. So I definitely think he can pull off the intimidation level that comes along with this Blackbeard character. And Ray Stevenson is a pretty big guy. I mean, I think I read earlier he's like 6'4", I want to say. Yeah, 6'4". So he's a tall guy, and he definitely has that intimidation factor about him when he wants to with his acting. So I think he can definitely be that physical and mental threat as well, because, with all his success with, being a pirate and with his crew, he is probably a pretty good strategist as well, similar to Flint and Vane and stuff like that. So I think he could really do some good stuff for the story in Season 3, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, Black Sails got renewed for Season 3 like before Season 2 started, so yeah. And then yeah, just some quick predictions for the Season 2 finale this Saturday. With Flint, he's gonna almost be executed. They're gonna try to execute Flint on Saturday, we'll say that. And yeah, the episode from last Saturday was a pretty big doozy as well, because we've seen the death of... Spoilers, really, why are you watching this video if you're not caught up by now, if you're looking at a video about predictions for the season finale. But, spoilers, we've seen the death of Miranda Barlow. Not Barlow, well, that was her, new fake alias she created, but Miranda Hamilton. After we found out that Lord Peter Ashe, had more to do with Flint or McGraw and Miranda's exile than we originally thought, and thus, had a hand in the whole, Thomas thing as well, which we found out about, Flint's love affair with him and such. And, yeah, so things are definitely ramping up, with Eleanor being taken away, and then, of course, Vane, him and Silver and Billy Bones having interesting conversations, and Vane finally actually seeing the fact that they need to sort of stop just trying to destroy each other in order to deal with this threat coming from England and stuff like that. And so it finally seems like he's starting to adapt to, the plan that maybe Eleanor and Flint and the rest of them have. I don't know. He's probably still not going to be fully cooperative with them, but he recognizes they need to save Flint at this point. Not that he'll want to keep him alive forever, but at this point, they need him in this situation. They need him alive in this situation. So, and yes, Vane is more of a brute. He's more of a actions first, words later kind of guy. But he's not an idiot either. He's pretty smart when it comes to things like this as well. Maybe not quite on the level of Flint's brilliance, but he definitely has his own merits. And I liked, the conversation he had with Billy Bones in the episode as well. It seems like he had respect for Mr. Gates back in Season 1 before. So, yeah, it was interesting seeing those two characters interact, as we haven't really seen them have too many scenes together before, and it was worth it. My dad was actually worried about Billy Bones being killed, because when they initially met, they were fighting each other when Vane was trying to take over the ship and stuff, while Flint and Miranda were... in the town and things like that. But, if you read Treasure Island, Billy Bones becomes sort of a legend. And if you know the guy named John Silver at all, you'll know he'll become someone at some point as well. But then again, they could kill him off, because they killed Ned Lowe off before he died in history. They changed his ending. So, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll all live to the point we think they do. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely looking... We're definitely looking forward to the finale this Saturday. And I may put out a review on it, I may not. Don't expect it, but maybe check back here and there, on Sunday or Monday. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys are still enjoying the show. I definitely am. I think Season 2 has been really good. Probably a few levels better than Season 1 was overall. I feel like it's been more consistent, more constantly... interesting and more constantly exciting. So yeah, Black Sails has improved a lot this season. I've actually been enjoying it more than Vikings lately, surprisingly. So yeah, I still like Vikings, but I think Black Sails mixes in that drama with a more twist in their story, and it's just a more fun show in general, in my opinion. That could flip-flop again. I'm not saying it won't, but I still enjoy Vikings, but I kind of prefer Black Sails at this point. After seeing Vikings still has a ways to go with their second season, but after seeing most of each of their second seasons, I think Black Sails is slightly higher on my list. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. And also looking forward to the Walking Dead season 5 finale, of course, this Sunday as well. That's gonna be a really big doozy, I think. But yeah, we can talk about that when the time comes. And I'm not really gonna do a predictions video on the Walking Dead. I just wanted to do a Black Sails one so I could talk about the casting of Ray Stevenson as Blackbeard, and because I haven't done a Black Sails video in a while, so I wanted to just let you guys know I'm still interested and looking forward to it. So yeah, once again, I'll catch you guys next time, and peace.